Hello everyone, Taylor with Jenny here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we're learning how to make these button-down shirts with this necktie as the highlight of this shirt. This is an exceptional shirt and you can rock it anywhere. So if this is something you're so much interested in watching, please do not skip any part of this and watch till the end. And yeah, let's get into it. So first thing first, on your pattern paper, we're going to draft on pattern paper, then transfer to the fabric. I first of all marked the button allowance. I used 1.5, but I will beg that you make use of 2 inches. So I went ahead to mark the shoulder, the neck depth, and the neck width for the back. I used 3 by 0.5, although I alterated it later on. But let's continue. I marked the neck depth for the front 9.5. I'm going to use the same neck width for the back for the front as well. So from that neck width, I will extend it as a V neckline for the front. I'll go ahead to complete my shoulder measurement plus the sleeve length. So if you know the sleeve length you're working with, go ahead and input it now. So mine altogether is 14 inches. So that's what I've marked, and with my straight ruler I am going to make a line there. So I came down by 2 inches for the shoulder slope. I am so sorry that part did not show. So after that, I went ahead to mark my shoulder to under bust measurement, then shoulder to the waistline. I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect it. So after that, I will go ahead to label so that we don't get confused. Then from my waistline, I'm going to take my waist to hip line. Measure your waist to hip line and mark. So I'm going to label it as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead to mark my round sleeve measurement. So I went ahead and I took all the way from the shoulder slope to my under bust, which is 11 inches. Which is 11 inches. It should be 11 inches. So I used 11 inches there, and I'm going to mark my waist circumference divided by 4 from that buttonhole line. Go ahead and do the same for the hip and connect with your straight ruler. Then I'm going to connect that way, but before I do that, I'll come in by 1 inch because there's a way the sleeve is. So you just come in by 1 inch, then you connect it with your curved ruler, just like I'm doing. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and mark our from the waistline. I came down by 18 inches. That's where my shaping will start from. So I'm going to use my straight ruler to connect it to know where I'll start shaping it. So after marking it, I came down by 18 inches. Please do not forget. So confirming what I have on my hip line, I minus 1 inch from it. I had 9, I minus 1 inch, which is 8 inches, because I want to have it a kind of penciled way. So I came down by 2 inches from my hip line. So I'll be able to carve out my butt very well. It doesn't come out like ears, something like that. So I'm just using it to blend it. This is my first time of trying this method, and I hope it helps out. But the outcome was wonderful. So with this method, you don't have to start reshaping it at the end of the day. So this method will give it a very nice shape for you. So that is it. So this is me extending the neck depth for the back by 1 inch, because I found out that it's not going to work with half an inch. So I went ahead to cut it. I'm going to cut for the back. I'm going to use this pattern paper for the both front and the back. I'll go ahead and fold in the button. It's just button allowance is just for the front. Then after folding it for the back, this is what I have: ½ inch on the neck area, on the shoulder part, on the sleeve, that's the round sleeve, then 1 inch for the side joining, then the other the other part, I extended it to the length I needed to work with. So because my pattern paper was not long enough, that was why I extended it. So just do the same. If you have enough pattern paper, extend it as well. So for the front, I had to open up the zipper the button allowance, and extend it as well. Please remember 1 inch by the side, half inch for the round sleeve, half-inch for the shoulder, and half-inch for the neck. Yeah, that's the V neckline. So I added half-inch, even at that buttonhole, I added half-inch extra. So even if you're working with 2 inches, make sure you add half-inch as well. So for the front, I also went ahead to use my gum stay on the buttonhole, on the button allowance. Yeah, the buttonhole allowance. I used gum stay to make it strong. Then I also cut a facing for the front, 4 inches width, and as long as your shoulder to the hem of your gown. So that's the length of it, and the width is 4 inches. Then I'll go ahead to join, placing the right side of the back and the right side of the front together. I'm going to join the shoulder with 1/2 inch. And please, while you are sewing, if it is possible, iron as well, so that it will come out very perfect and neat. So after joining the shoulder, I'm going to go ahead to hem the armhole. You can call it a armhole, or you call it the sleeve. So I'm going to hem the sleeve with my bias tape, place it there, run a straight stitch, and as well go ahead to turn it in and run a straight stitch. So this is one of the ways by which you can hem your sleeve. You can hem your garment, whatever it is. This is one of the ways, but this is the one I worked with. So after that, you go ahead to turn the buttonhole allowance. So I'm going to use 1/2 inch to turn it. That's from the depth of the front neckline. From the depth of the front neckline, run a straight stitch by 1/2 inch all the way to the hem. Iron it and turn. That's turn it and iron it as well. After that area, we are going to go ahead and place the sides together, plus pinning it down. So we're going to pin the sides together and mark the allowance to guide us while we sew or while we join. So if you know the how much allowance you added for the side, go ahead, pin down, mark it. This will guide us while we sew. So I'm going to do that for the other part. After this, you're going to go ahead and prepare your belt. I did not show the process of preparing the belt, but this is what I have. I worked with a length of about 20 to 21 inches. Make it as long as you want, and a width of 1 inch. Make it as wide as you want. Just play with it. So one side of it is enclosed, while the other side is open. So the open part of the belt, you're going to bring it out like I'm doing, and you're placing this at your waistline. At your waistline. So just like I placed mine, put yours inside, attach it inside there, pin it down, and go ahead and join it. Now for the highlights of this dress, the neck part of it, the necktie, I'm going to lead you on how to measure it. From your shoulder, that's on the left hand side, come down by 1 inch. I'm going to start measuring from there now. So I came down by 1 inch from the shoulder at the left hand side of my shirt. I'm taking the measurement round to the right hand side of the shirt, that's through the button hole allowance to my neck depth. I hope you understand. Then work with the length as long as you want it to be. Add it. I did not take this measure. I didn't show you the measurements I worked with, but add it as long as you want it to be. The width I worked with is 5 inches, but because I don't want the tip of the tie to be as wide as that, I worked with 3 inches. That's That's including the join allowance. So I'm going to mark straight from your initial measurement. I think I'm going to make a video on this later on. I thought I have a detailed video on this, but I think this is not detailed enough. Please, I'm going to make a well detailed video on how to go about this tie, like what I worked with here. So just please stay and go along with me. So I'm trying to give it the shape I want the tip of the tie to be. Any shape you want it to be, you want it to go with, just go with it. Just play safe around this place. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and cut. So this white line I am cutting from is the length of my neck, the round neck I measured earlier. So from the other end up to that white line is where the measurement stopped, or where it ended. So the other part is now the length, or as long as I want the tie to be. I hope you get this. So what I have there is 5 inches, but what I have after that line is or what you will have after the line is dependent on you. So what I have there is 5 inches, but after that white line is dependent on you. So I'm marking this ½ inch all around to guide me while I join it together. Please make sure you're working with the right sides of the fabrics of the ties facing each other, so that you have two right sides at the end of the day. So just make the lines visible. I'll just make the lines visible for you. So I'm going to notch that area because I don't want to stitch past it. So I'll notch it by ½ inch and go ahead and mark white chalk all around the places I will join. So the other part I did not mark any white chalk on. I'll attach it to the neck line. I hope this is clear. So after joining, I have to go ahead and notch, flip it out and give it a good press. At the end of the day, I found out that it was large. It was big, but still, you can go ahead with mine. You can reduce yours. The ball is on your court. So on the right side of the shirt, I'm going to place that end. That's the place I did not join, the open place. So I'm going to place the necktie there, because the right will be over the left. Yeah, the right will be wrapped over the left hand side of the neckline. So just pin it down. Make sure that the other end is at that 1 inch that we came out from the shoulder joining. Remember, from shoulder joining came down by 1 inch. So just place it there, then use the remaining facing of the neckline, of the front neckline, to cover it up. This is shorter than the other part, so I will use the other part to illustrate it very well. So place it right sides facing each other for the facing of the front. So make sure it is facing the neckline of your shirt and it gets to the shoulder joining. That was the length we worked with, remember. So because the right part of it, mine was no longer, it stopped halfway. So the left hand side, make sure it gets to the shoulder line. Then you pin it down, join it by ½ inch. Now you are joining from the neck depth of the left hand side of the shirt to, that's round the neckline, to the neck depth of the right hand side of the shirt. You are joining with ½ inch from the neck depth of the left hand side to the round the neck area, that's through the back and front to the right hand side, the neck depth of the right hand side. Please, you can listen to this over and over again to get it, to make it clear for you. So notch the neck area, the pointy edges, and give it a good press. Please go ahead and use your hemming gum to hold down the facing of the buttonhole. Please, I did not show you that process, but you have to do that for your own good. So I'm going to go ahead to mark the button allowance. I use 1.5. Please, if you use 2.5, just mark it. Then on the neck depth tip, you mark there. Then I used 4 inches extra, just 4 inches as a spacing up till the length or where you want the button to stop. So I'm going to go ahead to as well mark for the neck area. So this part from your shoulder joining, please mark 3 inches. From your shoulder joining, mark 3 inches. Can you see what I'm doing there? So that will help you to go ahead and mark. Then for you to determine how wide it will be, you're going to fold in your tie, because it is the fold of the tie that will pass through there. So you're going to fold in the tie and measure how much inches you have there. That will guide you as you mark. So I'm just marking the button allowances, buttonhole, how I'm going to make it. So just to guide you, this was what I was explaining. Place it like that, measure it, whatever allowance you have, whatever inches you have there, you go ahead and mark it at that area. So I went ahead to use my tabletop machine to do the buttonhole, and I'm just going to rip it open with my scissors and make sure that my button passes through there. So that is it for this. Then for the hem of the gown, I did not film this, but because I made it for someone else, I had to film it for you to see. So at the hem, you're going to open it. Remember I said use your hemming gum. Just open it this way, flip it right sides facing each other, and stitch with 1 inch. That's if that's the allowance you added at the hem part. Just stitch it with 1 inch and flip it inside out. Please iron it as you are doing this. So after stitching it, I'm going to open it up. So after opening it up, this is what we have. So go ahead and fold in the other parts and stitch. So that is it for this tutorial, and I hope it was helpful. Please drop a comment in the comment section what you think about the tutorial, and drop any question you have over there and I'll attend to you. Thank you for watching. Let's see my next video. Bye.